Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Yes, is. That is right. That is right. How's everybody doing today? What's going on today? Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope everybody's having a great Thanksgiving. But nobody can hear anything I'm saying because I got that extremely too loud. I'll fix it. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Is everybody having a good turkey day? Is that what they call it? Turkey day, turkey day. Whoa. Okay. Yep, turkey day, perky day, perky day. How is everybody doing today? I can't believe it's already Thanksgiving. Now, I'm really not kidding you. That's crazy. Welcome to the To No Avail Astronomy Podcast, where we delve into the mysteries of the infinite cosmos. I'm your host, Joey the No Avail Shaddy, and joining me on this celestial journey is my trusted companion, Lincoln the Doggonaut. That's right. Together, we'll explore the wonders of the universe, uncovering fascinating science facts, while occasionally delving into intriguing conspiracy theories, but fear not. Our focus remains grounded in the realm of scientific knowledge, so buckle up and get ready to embark on an astronomical adventure like no other. Welcome to the To No Avail podcast featuring the infinite cosmos. Yay! Woo! Everybody, and so it's wonderful Thanksgiving. This is episode 4063, 9, and 14 and 5. How's everybody's Thanksgiving going? I had to get on here and tell all my Podbeaner homies word. And welcome to Discord. I don't know if anybody get on here and do this on Thanksgiving? Huh. Well, listen to this one. So, my good friend Candace, who was in Chicago, she's actually the one that did she did the Science versus Religion episode with me. Yeah, she was my first, I guess. Yeah. Invite host, whatever. It's super cool. I love Candace to death. She sends me all kinds of cool stuff. Just all kinds of just cool shit about space. Stuff about space. Pretty cool. I got this message here. That's it. Earth received a message sent from deep space from a deep space laser. It took just 50 seconds to travel 10 million miles, folks. Now, let's not let this get too misleading. But, however, now, for the same reference as far as the NASA and the lasers flying and them sending, I was listening to this thing. I'm going to jump into a little bit of a conspiracy thing, but it won't be long. But, okay, when they first found out that face on Mars, the famous, face on Mars. Well, what they did was it Voyager? Which one was it that went around? Well, all of a sudden, they lost it. But what they did was they took these new pictures from the probe that was going around Mars in their atmosphere, and they pointed a laser towards Earth, sending a message, the right picture of what Sidonia looked like with all the really cool pyramid, the truth about what's really on Mars. Yeah, so check it out. The Hubble Space Telescope was the one that received it from that satellite going around Mars. And during the 80s, whenever we were going back and they got all the astronauts to go back up to space to fix the lens on the Hubble Space Telescope, it is said what they were really doing was receiving the message that this laser sent from Mars. Oh my God, that's right. However, this story has nothing to do with that. I just thought I'd tell you. So, man, that's right. So, NASA is upping their game. No, they're not. This is shit. I'm really upset with the whole NASA thing. And I really am. Because, man, I was watching this show on Netflix. And it was not like a Discovery Animal, show. I love watching these things. And they had all little polar bears, and little pups, and little other ones. Real great show. I love watching these things. And honestly, I don't remember what the hell I was point of that story. Anyway, does anybody else not think it's amazing that Earth is the only planet teeming with life, and there's not a trace of life anywhere else? Is that just watch one of those shows? Netflix has got 1 million of them. You don't have Netflix. Another channel has got 1 million of them. You don't have those channels. Another channel got 1 million of them. Cable's really sort of a dying breed of a bad joke, really. You pay a lot of money. Like some of it's like $135 of like 4,000 channels of nothing. And I don't know anymore. I don't like get cable, but I just get like Netflix and Hulu sometimes for a month. It just depends. I don't pay for, that shit's getting expensive. And it's getting to where I can't. Yeah. Speaking of, if you have not yet, check out my Patreon page. Good time to bring that up. Man, yeah. If anything helps, you guys are so awesome. Honestly, it's hard for me to ask people to go on my page, but I guess I gotta start doing that because. But hey, guess what though? Sweaters. Not sweaters. Hoodies, hats, sock mats. I don't know what those are. I'm making stuff for a store for the Infinite Cosmos / to No Avail Astronomy Podcast, your favorite astronomy channel. Podcast things considered channels, or is it just like, you know what I mean? Anyway, you get all your breakthrough astronomy stuff right here. I'll even tell you what telescopes do and how they're made. Yeah, I don't know if anybody actually listens. But I do love the hell out of all the people that do. You guys are all great people. So, listen, check this out. Mike, what's up, man? How are you doing? I saw you on here. Thank you for joining. Check this out. And I don't like it when people say they, because who the hell is they? I figured out who they was once. They're the ambiguous them. That is really the only answer I could come up with. You know how everybody's like, well, they say, or they, and then everyone's like, what the fuck is they anyway? Well, so, Earth received a message sent from a deep space laser. It took just 50 seconds to travel 10 million miles. Now, who sent the laser, why sent the laser, and who received, NASA received. So, NASA beamed a message from nearly 10 million miles away. How they got there, we don't know yet, but we're figuring it out. The technological feat using NASA's Psyche probe broke new ground for deep space communications. It's pretty big, dude. NASA says it hopes one day send high-speed streaming to Mars. Wait a minute. Okay. Tell me. This is... Man, I don't like to get into the conspiracy theory stuff on here. I really don't. I really just kind of deal with the fact. But this is funny, okay? You gotta admit. Well, no, really. NASA from Mars, dude. They're basically saying that we've been streaming lasers from Mars our whole lives. But we're gonna read the rest of the story, or I'm gonna conclude you to the rest of the story. There was a guy. Who was that? Some people didn't like him. Some people did. Hang on, Rufus. Hey, what's up? Pack, Eagle Red, hundreds, and 2 Red Bulls. You doing okay? Sorry for anything on this function. Hey, it's okay. Everyone says I look like E.T. when I walk. I was like, okay. Well, it's just on those days where...
Well, my kids quack at me.
Oh, yeah? Oh, the ducklings. Awesome. Do they follow you? Yes. You're a mom. That's awesome. That's cute. That's way cute. Oh, yeah, right on. Hey, man, that's a good trade-off. There you go. That's awesome.
Yeah, the boy works up here with me.
Yeah. Oh, awesome, man. He's a good kiddo, man. Oh, yeah, they have to be. Oh, my God. Yeah, right. Thank you, sweetheart. You have a wonderful day. Yes. Yeah, go to the smoke shop up here. Nice people. Oh, man, Sarah's at work today, so I am. Actually, I think I'm gonna do this TikTok live thing because I got my electric jump hooked up. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna do that. So, back to the important, es muy importante, that is important in Mexican. NASA has achieved a world first after sending a laser beam message to Earth from nearly 10 million miles away within 50 seconds. That is pretty crazy, but I don't think that this is new. However, while the space agency has long been able to communicate, the truth comes out, with spacecraft using radio waves, it has never before been able to send information using lasers from that far into space. I don't like calling people liars, but the feat achieved using NASA's Deep Space Optical Communications experiment on board the Psyche spacecraft could someday allow humans to stream video call. Oh my God, streaming video calls on Mars. That's right. You heard it here first, folks. The system is capable of beaming information 10 to 100 times faster than current space communications equipment, according to a press release published on Thursday. Don't like calling people liars. Bringing fiber optic tech to Mars. Now, here's something that this, my friends, my folks, this could be everything. Now, because we only deal with facts on here, I mean, everybody knows I like fuck that. You know what I mean? But I do. I like to stick with the facts. I don't really. It's not okay. Listen, it isn't because I don't believe in it. I believe in alien. I believe in everything. Honestly, I don't think there's anything in this world I don't believe, except for. I try to sit, because I don't know. You really jump down that rabbit hole, and that, like I said, I believe there's not anything in the world I don't believe in. I'll never talk shit about people unless they leave themselves out there. But that's just works. Can't be mad at them. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Now, bringing fiber optic tech to Mars, check this one out. The probe homed into a powerful laser signal sent from the Jet Propulsion Labs Table Mountain facility near Wrightwood, California. This acted as a beacon to help Psyche aim its transmitter. The spacecraft were beamed back information using its laser. The signals were received by the Hale telescope in San Diego County within 50 seconds. That's not very long. Oh, 10 seconds under a minute. Whoa, weird. Now the probe was about 10 million miles away at the time, or 16 million kilometers, however you want to look at it. That's about 40 times the distance from Earth to the moon. That is well, let's just say I'd be proud if I did that one night on accident. Chirpy. That wasn't how that was supposed to go. No, really wasn't. Achieving first light is a tremendous achievement. It sure is. You know, I mean, well, don't forget, it's not anything for them to be able to get a laser, point it from Mars, and us receive it on Earth. That is totally fucking reasonable. I do know that. I mean, we are looking at stars that are 150 million light years from Earth, and we can see what there may. I mean, so the beam thing, yes, accurate, true. Hell yes, I believe that. I don't believe that this is new. And I mean, I just wish that NASA. It's like having that annoying girlfriend that. Boy, I don't know where I was going with that. You know what? I'll just keep. Okay. Well, that was going to be a crazy. All right. Achieving first light is a tremendous achievement. The ground system successfully detected the deep space laser photons from DSOC's flight transceiver aboard Psyche, ABI BISWAS, a project technologist for DSOC at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, said in the press release. It always sounds so cool when they say the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. I think more people would believe you if you started it off with that. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, this one's amazingly technical. Now, we were also able to send some data, meaning we were able to exchange bits of light from and to deep space. This was added. Now, everything is in digital form. You know what I'm saying? So all pictures of everything. I mean, when they're beaming these things back, pictures and there's so what, they're sending it back in code, and they even admit this that they have certain employees that all you have to do, if you don't want Saturn's rings in there or just an example, you can take that part of the coding out, and Jupiter doesn't have, you know, or if you're sending a picture and Grandma accidentally had her dildo in the back of the picture, you can take that out with in the coding of the picture, and that's the world of living in the digital world. That's why pictures are so not. I mean, now we got millions of phones, but they can be altered. And now the problem is with NASA is they're known for altering. And once you alter one and you get a fake one, none of them are really. You really can't take them that serious because you know what I mean. Like, who's so fucking annoying? I mean, if you're like a dipshit nerd like me, and you know, because man, it's just like they think that we're just, you know, never mind. Anyway, sorry. Now, that being said, sending pictures and then information, that's what they're saying, is they're sending that through these lasers. Now that's huge. I guess it's huge that they're finally admitting it, but don't say that we just now figured this out. While getting a few bits from space may seem underwhelming, it's a crucial step that could revolutionize deep space communications. So are flying saucers. NASA and other space agencies are vying to bring humans back to the moon within the coming decade, a step toward their grander ambition to colonize Mars. Yep, they sure are. With Artemis 1, I think they've already done Artemis 1. They're doing Artemis 2. And it is, man. They're going to use the moon because they found so much water on the moon. It's not the water you would go drink, but it can be filtered that way. But what they are going to do is the moon is going to be like a lander base for people going to Mars, because with the water that they found on the moon, what they can really make great with that is rocket fuel, and it is a lot cheaper to launch off of a sphere in space that has no atmosphere pulling you back down to Earth. So it saves them millions of dollars each launch. Assuming that you're already on the moon. Now we all know what assuming is, making an ass of you and me, but space race has to get off the ground somehow. I guess. I mean, I just wish that they would just fucking stop. You know what I mean? And like, it's just annoying. Like and it's like, it's like a monopoly in the worst way. Because who else is gonna go? I mean, besides me and Lincoln, but our UFO is kind of down right now. It's in our storm shelter right now. We're having to make some repairs. Lincoln took it out, fucking hit some rock on the moon. Fucked the whole thing up. I told him not to do that shit. All he was doing was going up to fucking take selfies in space again, put them on Facebook. Idiot. Like I don't see it on Facebook or something. So, our alien craft is down. So it's not like we're going to be able to fly out there and see what's really on the other side of the moon, So they can say what they want. It's like the worst monopoly since landline telephones. Yeah. Man. Now, I'm going to say this too. I feel as if I'm way out of shape. Guys. Okay. Speaking of Lincoln, hey. There's Lincoln now. Look at that. Lincoln. You're not trying to. No. Good boy. He's not trying to fly the moon again. Told him it's already too late. Alright, I'm getting on to this. Hang on. I'm sorry. I apologize, everybody. I will be right back. Just 2 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Commercial break. You guys are mad because I didn't take too much. Well, alright. Now we're back to the lying phase of Mars. I mean, NASA, or they don't lie. Now, the primary objective is to give future NASA missions the tools for returning data at much higher rates. Let me make sure. Yeah, because these explorers will need to be able to communicate with Earth effectively, and DSOC could help with that in this optical communication extravaganza. It's amazing. I feel like an altered young man. I don't know what I didn't pay attention to that. Now, yeah, optical communications. See, they're talking like this is new, and Lincoln can talk in optical communication waves, and this is not new. This is anyway. I'm sorry. I apologize, everybody. I'm not still upset about the optical communication. It is the same technology used in fiber optics internet. The light signals arrive just as fast as radio waves, but can communicate a lot more information. This could offer high bandwidth uploads and downloads. That I do know, and that would, make sense. And what, Lincoln? What's wrong? What's wrong, Lincoln? You okay? Okay. What? Were you barking at the elephants on TV? Oh. Are you mad because I didn't take you? No, come on, Lincoln. I'll take you outside in a minute. Okay. I'm sorry. The primary objective is to give NASA missions the tools for returning data at much higher rates, especially in video form. That's kind of the new, everything everybody's really wants is the video bandwidth thing, and in turn, they're really making it to where they can already do it. What the hell am I saying? Jesus Christ! Like I'm fucking listening. Okay, sorry for cussing. I didn't mean to do that. Now, there's a Trudy Cortez, the Director of Technology Demonstrations for NASA's Space Technology Mission Directorate, said the first experiment was paving the way toward higher data rate communications, capable of sending scientific information, high-definition imagery, and streaming video in support of humanity's next giant leap, sending humans to Mars. I think it's a crazy start. To be honest with you, is there a way that you can sign up for this? I mean, I'm planning on a one-way trip. You know what I'm saying? Can you sign up for that and be able to just go? Because I would go in 2 seconds. Get me off the earth, please. The system required some high-tech engineering, including developing a cryogenically cooled superconducting detector. That's cool. That could spot 1 billion photons per second to squeeze every bit of information from the faint light traveling tens of millions of miles to Earth. That is amazing, actually. That is something, man. I mean, I know that it's hard to, like I always have been saying, think that this is new, but you can what? What's wrong? Wait, there's something really wrong with you. What is it? You go get him, Lincoln. Show him your sweater. Lincoln's got his Thanksgiving sweater on. Go outside, Billy. Alright. Now, as you can tell, I'm prepared, overly prepared today. I like to do that for everybody. Now, that's pretty cool, man. I gotta say, it's a great time to be alive for space, stuff. I mean, we can read what's on planets that are hundreds of light years away from us. We can tell what kind of atmosphere they are. We can tell if there's methane. Tell if there's like living, oh God, I cannot It's one of those days I hate when I can't just hate it. Now, while the experimental proved the system could work, the team has many challenges ahead. The technology is designed to work when Mars is as far away from Earth as possible. And that's about, what is that, like 235 million miles or something or more, than twice the distance between the Sun and the Earth. My God, that's long. At that distance, NASA said, the light sent from Psyche would be much fainter, and the photons would take about 20 minutes to arrive. So where's this 50 seconds? Crap, I'm just kidding. That's enough time for both the spacecraft and Earth to have moved, which means JPL scientists would need to make some careful calibrations to make sure the signals is detected as it arrives. The team aims to test Psyche's DSOC systems again as it whizzes past Mars on its way to its mission target, the asteroid belt between the Red Planet and Jupiter, where it will get destroyed. Actually, that's not true. That isn't true. The asteroid belt is like, they used to think it was completely just filled, but it's not. It's like there's so much space between them. That sounds pretty crazy how vast everything is. But so that's the, yeah. So they're going to be testing this for, well, I'm sorry. They have been testing this for the last, ever since NASA was, ever since we started paying for NASA. You know what, though? I don't mind paying for NASA. Like, I don't mind paying for space-bearing type things at all. I really actually don't. But I think it's pretty, shitty when they take a rover and they put it on looks like a desert with nothing on there, talking about, we're gonna go find traces of life, and it's like, dude, you're in a desert, in a flat land, like, you know what, go to that place in Sidonia where you said the base wasn't, and show everybody what's really there, since there's nothing there. I bet you, I don't know, I guess you have to pay a lot of money to go to college to figure that shit out. Who would have known? But I don't know. See, that when I had heard too is, I had heard that that's how they were sending information when they first found out about the Earth saw the face of Mars and all that stuff. So, um, it's pretty wild, really. There's this other story where NASA's Deep Space Optical Comm, the demo, sends or receives their first data. So, a similar story to what they say is like not been going on. I find this quite the, funny thing. But I'm just glad that they're so honest with us and I know, it's annoying to hear me talk about this shit. I apologize. But this story is really not much different than the one I read, but I found these to be similarly, interesting because this is what they've been doing already. Now, the DSOC, an experiment that could transform how spacecraft communicates, has achieved first light sending data via laser to and far beyond for the first time. NASA's Deep Space Optical Communications, basically this is just a more in-depth story, but the experiment has beamed a near-infrared laser encoded with test data from nearly 10 million miles, or 16 million kilometers, about 40 times farther than the moon from the Earth. It's kind of funny because is that different than the other one? I'm just saying. recently launched Psyche spacecraft, DSOC is configured to send high bandwidth test data to Earth during its 2-year technology demonstration as Psyche travels to the main asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Southern California manages both DSOC and Psyche. So, I mean, are they basically saying that this has been an ongoing test? Well, yeah, okay, sorry. Because in this other one, well, riding aboard, yeah, detected and achieved first light in the early hours of November 14th after its flight laser transceiver, a cutting-edge instrument aboard Psyche capable of sending and receiving near and infrared signals. Locked onto a powerful uplink laser beacon transmitted from the Optical Communications Telescope Laboratory at JPL's Table Mountain facility near Wrightwood, California. The uplink beacon helped the transceiver aim its downward laser back to Palomar, which is 100 miles or 130 kilometers south of Table Mountain, while automated systems on the transceiver and ground stations fine-tuned its pointing. Learn more about the DSOC will be used to test high bandwidth data transmission beyond the moon for the first time. And how could it transform deep space exploration? Well, Jesus, man, let me tell you, that is pretty, I mean, I think that's really what they do. But how do you read these things seriously and not? I don't know. It's, I don't God, this could ruin what I'm saying. Oh man, that's horrible. Achieving first light is one of the many critical DSOC milestones in the coming months, paving the way toward a higher data rate communication capable of sending scientific information, high definition imagery, and streaming video in support of humanity's next giant leap, sending humans to Mars. Now, that's who would go to Mars? Let me see a show of hands. Who would go to Mars if we started really sending people? I mean, we're really going to start sending people. But I'm curious. I know why I would go. That I don't mean badly, but I don't know. Earth is just people on here. I just don't think that people are. I would totally go in the hopes of like, of course, you know, for humanity. That's why I would do this. Not because Tuesday, so so Tuesday morning's test was the first to fully incorporate the ground test and flight transceiver requiring the DSOC Psyche operation teams to work in tandem. And operations lead for DSOC at JPL, it was a formidable challenge, and we have a lot more work to do, but for a short time, we were able to transmit, receive, and decode some data. Before this achievement, the project needed to check the boxes on several other milestones, from removing the protective cover for the light laser transceiver to powering up the instruments. Meanwhile, the Psyche spacecraft is carrying out its own checkouts, including powering up its own propulsion system and testing instruments that will be used to study the asteroid Psyche when it arrives there in 2028. Man, that's the one thing I have to say about space, and this is why I get why people are space is a hard thing to it's there's no instant gratification. Like if we're gonna send something, like we sent that new probe in April. It's going to the moons of Jupiter, the Galilean moons, and it's going to take 8 years to get there. So 2031, I think, is when it's going to get there. And you know what they didn't do? They're going to check out the moons because they have they have frozen ocean water. They're frozen. So it sounds so stupid. Saying, I'm sorry. It's Thanksgiving. I'm still in my pajamas. I'm wide open. Sorry. I do. I sound really like dumb. But the moons of Jupiter are icy water worlds. I mean, they would be if they weren't in the conjecture of Jupiter. They would be there. They would be planets. They're that big. They're big enough to be planets. I think one of them was about the size of Earth. Lincoln, you can't go out there. Come here. So they're big moons, and they're sending probe there. It's called JUICE, and of all names, JUICE. I hate that word. I just anyway. So they're sending, and it's going to take 8 years. And I get why people get really whatever with space because it's very time consuming. It's not, you know. I mean, of course, they say then there are aliens that have their UFOs, but we're not supposed to know about those. It's ridiculous. It's almost just annoying. Now, the first light and the first bits was successful. First light, the DSOC team will now work on refining the systems that control the pointing of the downlink laser aboard the transceiver. Once achieved, the project can begin its own demonstration of maintaining high bandwidth data transmission with the receiver and the transceiver to pull on more at various distance from Earth. The data takes the form of bits, the largest units of data a computer can process, encoded in the laser's photons, quantum particles of light. After a special superconducting high efficiency detector array detects the photons. The news, and if you've been listening to the show, I'm doing a show on light, and the light is real cool because it can be read in waves and or particles through photons. Light is something amazingly cool, and for them to be able to send data through a laser is pretty amazingly awesome. The new signal processing techniques are used to extract data from the single photons that arrive at the Hale telescope. The DSOC's experiment aims to demonstrate data transmission rate 10 to 100 times greater than the state-of-the-art radio frequency systems used by spacecrafts today. Both radio and near-infrared laser communications utilize electromagnetic waves to transmit data near-infrared electromagnetic waves. Infrared light packs the data into significantly tighter waves. So it enables the ground stations to receive more data with shorter waves. I'm assuming is what they mean by this. This will help future human and robotic exploration missions to support higher resolution science instruments. That's pretty cool. I don't know if this is this. I need to turn this thing down or off. Maybe it's too loud. Hey, what's up, man? How you guys doing? Sorry, I haven't got a chance to really look at my iPhone stuff. I don't know if that's too loud or if you guys can hear me on here or not. Thank you for hitting like, man. That helps the channel a million. I really appreciate it when you guys hit that like button. You guys are super awesome. I love my Podbean homies, dude. You guys are the best. I love Podbeaners. I'm one too. So that's pretty goddamn amazing. But I don't think that, like I said, I don't think that this is like new technology. But The optical communication is a boom well, for scientists and researchers who always want more from their space missions and will enable human exploration of deep space. Bullshit. Whatever. I mean, I get it, but this isn't new. Don't tell me that this is something they just started doing. You guys know what I'm saying? The director of the Advanced Communications and Navigation Technologies Division within NASA's Space Communications and Navigation Program. The more data means more discoveries. The more bullshit you can hide from us is all I hear. And I'm not even trying to be like that annoying guy that's like conspiracy. NASA lies, but I mean, I don't have to tell you, you guys know. um, but while all communication has been demonstrated in the low orbit or the low Earth orbit and out of the moon, DSOC is the first test in deep space, like using a laser pointer basically to track a moving dime from a mile away. I can do that. Aiming a laser beam over millions of miles requires extremely precise pointing. No, it doesn't. The demonstration also the demonstration also needs to compensate for the time it takes for light to travel from the spacecraft to Earth over vast distances. Now, at Psyche's farthest distance from our planet, the DSOC's near-infrared photon, it'll take about 20 minutes to travel back. I thought they just said it was 50 seconds. I mean, I was, they, oh wait, they took about 50 seconds to travel from Psyche to Earth during the November 14th test. I'm so stupid. In that time, both spacecraft and planet will have moved, so the uplink and downlink lasers need to adjust the change in the location. Achieving first light is a tremendous achievement. The ground system successfully detected the deep space star Baylay laser. God damn, if you guys want to sound good like me, that's how you do it. You just fumble your words. Just kidding, I sound dumb. Okay, now, yeah, so the ground system successfully detected the deep space laser photon, the flight transceiver, but they were also able to send more data. I know that, but I still think let's start a revolution. Listen, you know what? Let's not talk about that on here. Some people think see. More about the mission. The DOC is the latest in series of optical communication demonstrations funded by the Technology Demonstration Mission, TDM. If want to sound smart about it. Program with NASA's Space Technology Missions Directorate and SCAN program within the agency's Space Operations Mission Directorate. They keep saying these directorates. Psyche mission is led by Arizona State University. JPL is responsible for the mission's overall management. You mother... I like lies. Whoa! There's some crabs on TV that are... I don't think I've ever seen those. I watch these shows. Not the Discovery Channel, but same concept, I just find it fascinating that... Does anybody else not find it? Wow, there's all over the goddamn TV. It's just a picture of that. Show you guys. What? Man. Now, the Psyche mission is led by Arizona State University, JPL. Is responsible. God, it's getting worse, you guys. Yeah. Is responsible for the mission's overall management, system engineering, integration, and test and mission operations. You already said that. Psyche is the 14th mission selected as part of NASA's Discovery program under the Scientific Mission Directorate, my word again, managed by the agency's Marshall Space Flight Center in Huntsville, Alabama. I was a drummer in bands, and there's my old singer used to Alabama. I don't know why. Sorry. NASA's Launch Service Program, based at the agency's Kennedy Space Center, managed to launch service. Maxar Technologies in Palo Alto, California, provided the high solar power electrical propulsion system spacecraft chassis. Well, thank you, Palo Alto, California, for that. That was so kind of them. Stay kind, rewind. Does anybody remember that? When we used to rent movies, then rewind them to the back again. As you can tell, the topics of my conversation are just fascinating today, aren't they? Sorry, I apologize for that. Now, see, there was this thing. Okay, Artemis is the name of the mission that we're doing, for going back to the moon. And we're going to start establishing bases on the moon because, we don't have them there already. Again, I don't get into the conspiracy thing, but my God. Anyway, so it was according to all these stories as well, lasers on Artemis 2 will share high definition video of the moon. Okay, this is why I did it like this. Did you guys understand that? Did you see what I just did? Listen, okay. After I read all that stuff, okay, now listen. This is where the curveballs strike. Okay, listen. Lasers on Artemis 2 will share high definition video of the moon. Obviously, they already had this in place because Artemis 2 has been something that's. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Did everybody get that? Did everybody see how I formulated that? I mean, it's research, fellas, I guess. And they just totally, that right there is well, if I were smart enough to formulate the words of what I was trying to explain, it would probably help. I forward apologize to you guys for the non-good explanations. God, it's happy Thanksgiving, everybody, for real. I hope you guys are all having a good Thanksgiving. Thank you for spending your Thanksgiving with me briefly. I really do appreciate it. Now, when the crewed Artemis 2 missions makes its lunar flyby in late 2024, we'll be able to see video of the moon like never before. And it's all thanks to lasers. Man, I'm sorry, I don't mean to do that. I need a reward for this one. I'm just kidding. The Orion spacecraft will launch atop the Space Launch System rocket in November 2024 to carry NASA astronauts Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, and Christina Koch. We'll say Koch, not God. Okay. And Jeremy Hansen on the. Well, it was spelled Koch. It's like cock, coke. I don't. No, dude, that's not even. Okay. I don't know. Now, along the history journey to the moon will be the Orion Artemis 2 optical communication system that we were just reading about, or O2O, making Artemis 2 the first crewed lunar flight to demonstrate laser communication technology. Round them up. We're fucking taking them home. Man, aliens, start your moon engines. We are getting ready to go. NASA, you just got played. Quite well, too. Gotta hand it to myself on that one. And to you guys. You guys are just as much into helping me. I wouldn't have never put this, you know what I'm saying? You You guys are a part of you guys are my podcast, damn it. Couldn't do this without you guys. We just nailed NASA, everybody. The O2O system will be capable of returning high-resolution images and video of the lunar surface back to Earth with a downlink rate of up to 260 megabits per second. Now, the high-speed bandwidth, a far cry from the grainy footage captured during the Apollo missions 50 years ago, could enable high-definition views of the moon in real time. You don't say. I don't. Sometimes. Oh my god. I can't believe it. I just got a text from a friend of mine that I haven't talked to in a long time. Text. Wow, okay. Now, the laser system will also be able to send and receive procedures, flight plan, voice messages, and other communications between the Orion spacecraft and missions control on Earth. Let me ask you this. Do you think that there will be a way for anybody to intercept these communication? Think that there's any way of? I bet there is. I mean, there has to be a way, and there's always some kind of way of communication going back and forth like that through space and time and all that stuff. Then we can really find out what NASA's doing. I'm just kidding. Man, you would think I had some conspiracy podcast or something. Jesus. You know, I really don't like to talk about that anymore. But, okay, I think we can all agree here that Bentley, that's my, that's my pillow. Bentley's my other dog. Yeah, he's the mean one. He's the one that, Lincoln, I love your Thanksgiving sweater. That's just, god damn, it's adorable. Lincoln, we're gonna show this to everybody, okay? Come here. Everybody, I gotta show you. This is Lincoln's Thanksgiving sweater. I'm gonna put a couple different pictures here. Okay, Lincoln. Okay, look at me. Oh, look at that. Lincoln, up here. Say hi to everybody. Okay, jump up here. There you go. All right, Lincoln. Okay, let me get that up for you. All right, everybody. Lincoln is saying he's our dogonaut of there you go, Lincoln. Oh God, yeah. So this is our dogonauts. This is his sweater, his Thanksgiving sweater. Oh, you gotta love it. You just do. Oh, there's a one where he's saying hi to everybody. Yeah, Lincoln. He takes selfies. Did I show you guys the selfie he took? He flew up the other night. He snuck out, took our UFO, went up in space, took a selfie, and you know the dumbass, he posted on Facebook, like I wasn't gonna see it. Here, I'll show you. Here, I'm showing you right now. Look, and he didn't even fat finger it. Look at this. He took a selfie of himself in space with his spacesuit. And dude, he posted that on Facebook like I wouldn't see it. Man, but I tell you, he did do good. I didn't notice it until he was already back. He's always taking off to space and, doing that. That's a pretty good selfie though. He didn't even fat finger it. Even with his spacesuit, he did it. He landed it perfectly well. I mean, I was proud. I was quite proud. How's everybody doing? Is everybody having a good Thanksgiving? Lincoln says happy Thanksgiving to everybody. He does this thing where he licks his balls and then he looks over at my Bentley. He's like, watch this, I'm gonna go lick Dad in the face. Yeah. Sorry to be so, whatever about that. I probably shouldn't have said it like that. I didn't mean to offend anybody. If I did, I apologize. Um, so carrying on to the real news of the story. By infusing new laser communication technologies into the Artemis missions, we're empowering our astronauts with more access to data than ever before, said O2O project manager Steve Horowitz. The, high, the higher the data rates, the more information our instruments can send home on Earth, and the more science of lunar explorers can perform. Sounds like a NASA college station. Traditionally, NASA has relied on radio waves to communicate with spacecraft return data to Earth. Liar. I'm just kidding. Antenna located across the world receive communications from satellites that transmit radio frequencies carrying data to and from various missions, like returning scientific data or sending commands from mission control. That's amazing too, because lasers traveling as invisible beams can send terabytes of data in a single transmission. So the laser communication system, which are also more lightweight, secure, and flexible, can supplement the radio waves used by most of NASA's missions. So they can be intercepted, and I'm gonna do it, damn it. Now, lasers in space, a new psyche of the mission. Now, it all started in December of 2021 when the launch of NASA's Laser Communications Relay Demonstration, or LCRD if you want to sound smart about it. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, NASA, which went into orbit about 22,000 miles or 35,406 kilometers, want to sound smart, from Earth as the first test of two laser communication. Say that fast with that. That was hard. I almost did. Yes, I did. The experiment, which lasts for 2 years, will reveal the impacts of Earth's atmosphere on the laser signals as NASA and other agencies and institutions test its capabilities. Ooh, I'm impressed. Then there was the launch of the Terabyte Infrared Delivery Satellite, or the TRIRD to sound smart about it, in May of 2022. The tissue box sized satellite provides 200 gigabyte per second data downloads, which is the highest optical rate yet achieved by NASA. Liars. Enter uh, enter your email to subscribe as to CNN for 5 things in the newsletter. Now, that's how the lasers will go faster for you. In the past, we've designed our instruments and spacecraft around the constraint of how much data we can get down or back from space to Earth, said T-Bird project manager Beth Keir in a statement. With optical communications, we're blowing it out of the water as far as the... Is that a Dutch TV? How are they filming that? With optical communications, we're blowing that out of the water as far as the amount of data we can bring back. It is a truly game-changing capability. This year, NASA will launch the integrated LCRD low Earth orbit. Um, yeah. Um, don't do that, Bentley. Stop it. Please don't do that. Yeah, this year NASA will launch the integrated LCRD low Earth orbit user modem and amplifier terminal, or Illumina-T, on a SpaceX resupply mission to the International Space Station. I always think that the International Space Station looks like there's like old Tinker toys, you know? Like I think if like aliens did fly by, they'd be like, maybe we shouldn't stop here. You look at the thing they have constructed in space. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. The terminal will bring laser communications capabilities to the space station. Oh my god. You don't say. Gathering data from the hundreds of experiments that take place on the orbiting laboratory and relaying on the LCRD at 1.2 gigabytes per second. Hey NASA, why don't you tell us what some of those hundreds of experiments you're doing up there are? Oh wait, oh, can't talk about that. Oh, well, so, I'm so stupid. I'm sorry to bother you. Illuma T, the LCRD, will work together to become the first laser system to demonstrate low Earth orbit to geosynchronous. That's a big word. Geosynchronous. Synchronous. Now, that's listen. If you want to sound good like me, this is how you do it. I'm just kidding. Okay, that's a big. Okay. Geosynchronous orbit to ground communication links, said Chetan Sile, project manager of Luma T at NASA Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland. In a statement, he said, testing laser communications in low Earth orbit in between the Moon and Earth during Artemis II could lead to future technology that could travel across extreme distances in space, like preparing the future crewed mission to Mars. One day, astronauts could send back ultra HD video from the Martian surface. Sounds intriguing to me. We are thrilled by the promise laser communications will offer in the coming years, said Brady Younes, Deputy Associate Administrator and Program Manager for Space Communications and Navigation at NASA headquarters. I know him. These missions and demonstrations usher in NASA's new decade of light in which NASA will work with other government agencies and the commercial sector to dramatically expand the future communication capabilities for space exploration and enable vibrant and robust economic opportunities. That's it, folks. That is, we caught NASA in a lie. That's good. Um, Now, I do find it, I think it's really cool that they're, at least if they were, at least they're admitting it now, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Well, everybody, I am going to get off here. I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. I hope that this was a good. I hope you guys got something out of this. Hit follow if you haven't followed. Check out my Patreon page. Definitely helps keep the lights on. I'm really trying to do this a full time thing. I would love it, but I appreciate you guys just listening. But if you can, check out my Patreon page, and I will be doing I do shows Tuesday and Thursday, and then if you're on my fan base, I do every Monday through Friday. You can hear them all. But if you're not in the Patreon or in the fan base club, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do 2 shows each of the day. So definitely, man, keep in touch, everybody. Thank you guys. Michaelton7, UKRBND, Homestead Haiti Man, Julian, Romanico, Fernandigo, Charla, AIHC, Craig, R3, Pound, RIT, Michaelton7. You guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys soon.